Hello everybody. I have some nails missing. We'll ignore that. I was going to glue them back on and I'm too lazy at the moment, so we're just going to do this video. I already primed my face. Welcome to today's video. I know I've not filmed a how to wow in a little while. It's been crazy around here and things have been so busy and there's just been a lot going on. Adding more primer for no reason. But anyway, I'm excited to film this look today because it's something I've been doing a lot. If you don't know what How to Wow is, it's just basically a series where we play with makeup on a Saturday morning. Looking at this, Manny is right. Our Manny just told me that it makes, because the sun is like about to set, it is making those blinds look like they're extremely dirty, and they're not dirty. It's just because the sun's like yellow right now. So it's coming in yellow and I don't love the way that that looks, but you know, we're just gonna roll with it. So anyway, I am going to do a look that I've been doing recently and I have been wanting to kind of show you guys. I've shown it in vlogs before. It's kind of a little bit more elaborate. I have to grab my other stuff. So because the eye look is a little bit more elaborate, I'm gonna zip through the face stuff because I'm keeping it all pretty standard. Although with this look I have been using airbrush makeup every time I've done it because airbrush foundation is generally what I use. I use that a lot in these videos as well. But it is evening and I'm not going to be wearing this for very long. Not even that I'm not going anywhere. I do my makeup either way, but I'm not going to be wearing this for long. I'm just going to take it off before long, so I didn't want to waste the airbrush makeup. So I am going to use just regular foundation for this. It'll smooth out the, you know, the skin without like wasting. This is like a cheaper foundation, which it's a good one. Airbrush is a lot better in my opinion. I like airbrush better than anything, but this is the, like, getting it all over this bottle as I'm trying to talk. It's the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate foundation, and it's good. It is a hydrating foundation, I would say. So anyway, I mixed that with my typical Becca what is this called? Becca Bronzing Skin Perfector, just because this foundation's a little light for me, which is one of my least favorite things about this foundation because it's weird coloring. Like, obviously I'm extremely fair skinned, but like this one's too light for me, but if I went up a shade it would be too dark. So it's like there's not really a good in between. And I feel like it's gonna be like that with different skin tones too. If you have deeper skin or whatever, I just feel like there's big gaps between the shades. So anyway, let's zip through this face stuff and then focus on the eyes. Okay, so really simple and fast face makeup, but we are going to move on to just the eyes. So this is the part that I will probably explain a little bit more. I think I have something in my eye over here. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with this concealer, and I'm going to do this a couple of times. I'll explain that. So I'm going to put this right on my eyelid, and it is the Hard Candy Glam concealer. This plays a big role in this look. So this is going to be a super like fall look. You could really wear it, of course, anytime, but I'm going to do a deep lip with it like I did the other day when I wore it. I'm going to set this concealer because it's a really good concealer, but on the eyelid it definitely needs to be set or it'll kind of start to crease up. When you set it, it lasts all day. Really brightening, as you can see. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with, this is one of my favorite palettes ever. This is the Huda Beauty Textured Shadows palette. I still have this little box for it, I always say that, but the Textured Shadows Rose Gold Edition palette. So the main color that I'm going to use is going to be this gray color that's called Suede. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the black color as well. And then a little bit of a different palette. A little bit of this palette from Coastal Scents, just one color I think out of this one. That is the Revealed Smoky palette. So I'm going to first go in with this suede color. This will kind of show you that depending on how you apply a color, that's kind of what determines really what it looks like. So I'm going to first apply it with this fluffy like blending brush. Okay, I'm just going to apply it all through here. And I want this part to be really, really, really blended out. It's really soft. I mean, you could just do it that way too if you wanted to. Ignore my hair, by the way. It's like I washed it today and it's not even fully dry. My hair takes literally more than a day to dry. It's just very, very thick. But anyway, I've just been air drying it all day, and it's been literally all day and it's still not dry. So I need to maybe do something with it after this. That way tomorrow I don't have to struggle all morning with it. I like to have it done the night before I have to do anything, which tomorrow I don't really have to do anything, but so anyway, this part just takes a little bit just to make sure that you really are blending that out. May even take a little bit of this like flesh colored one, or at least for me it's flesh colored because I'm really fair skinned, but and just kind of blend that just to make sure that it's really, really soft. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this pointier brush, and I'm going to take the same color, okay, Suede. It's going to look different this time, but it's the same color. I'm just going to go ahead and go into kind of like my crease area. Depending on your eye shape, that's what's going to determine where you actually put the shadow in this situation. If you have like more hooded eyes, you'll actually maybe want to put your crease up a little bit more. Like instead of drawing right on your crease, you may go right above the crease, because with hooded eyes, you don't see the crease as much, I think, when your eyes are open. I don't have hooded eyes, but so we're literally just going to draw a line. This takes a little bit of time because, of course, you don't want it to look like you just drew a line, so it's kind of like that happy medium. I'm going to start on the other side too, because if I don't bounce back and forth, it's kind of sometimes hard for me to tell what I need to do. And one eye always looks better for me too, so. And I am bringing it all the way down. See, this one's starting to look better than this one does. But I am bringing it all the way down into, like, in here. But when we clean it up, it'll look way better, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. But anyway, I'm going to take this other brush, go back in with Suede, okay? Because when I'm using a fluffy brush, it's really putting like a light color, a light gray. When I'm just putting it straight on, it's doing that deeper taupey gray, you know, color. So I'm going to go in with this fluffy brush and just go around it. Okay, I'm going to try not to blend that full part out, but I want around it to be blended. So this is a super vital part. This is going to be kind of like a cut crease type of situation. So a little bit more elaborate, but this is perfect. I mean, I wear this all the time recently. Wore it shopping last weekend. I think I wore the same look to staff meeting on Monday. Can't remember. I feel like I did. So I wear it all the time, but you can totally wear it for like date night. I mean, I wear it all the time, but just depending on what you want to do. So really at this point, what it's going to take is going back and forth, doing that same process, because you want it to be blended but not overly blended, so you're kind of going to be going back and forth. So before we finish it and like keep going with it, I'm going to go ahead and do the part that cleans it up a little bit. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of this Glam concealer on the back of our hand. Any concealer that you have will work fine. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and I'm going to put the concealer right here on the lid, okay? Right through here. We're being very careful not to put it all in the dark part. You could use a brush for this. I've been using my finger like this. I just feel like for this particular thing, this has been working better for me, but you can see the difference already. And it's just gonna allow us to kind of be able to draw around that part, okay? We are gonna set this with a color as well in just a second, and that's gonna really help too. There we go. So this is the part where we're gonna get this other palette out, this Coastal Scents Smoky palette, and we're actually gonna take the lightest color in here. You can do this with any, I about dropped it. You could do this with any palette. I'm gonna use this one. You could use it with any palette that has a light color in it. Like essentially anything that you wanted to use, you could use. If you wanted not to use it, if you want to use like a totally different kind of color, like maybe you wanted to use gold or silver or anything, you can do whatever you wanted, obviously. But I'm going to go ahead and tap that light color right on here. And that is not only going to set that concealer, but it's also going to make it just a little bit brighter even, because you're kind of layering those bright tones. Kind of just adds that pigmentation when you have that concealer under the color. So super bright, which I really love. So I'm going to keep doing the same steps I was doing, and then I am going to add a little bit of black into it. Because I'm explaining it, it's probably taking me a little bit longer. Like I said, it doesn't take me forever. I mean, I do it for like work and, you know, things like that. I do give myself a good amount of time for makeup for work just because it's what I like. But it isn't a look that I would only do if I had like a ton of time to commit, because I can really zip through it pretty quick. And I think you definitely can too. It's just a matter of kind of practicing it. But that concealer trick actually really helps, because then I can kind of see where product needs to go. I like to start with the dark color just so I kind of have an idea where to put the concealer. And then I'm actually, instead of using the black in the other palette, I think I might have done this the other day, I'm going to use this black color in this smoky palette. It doesn't really matter which black you use, but I'm lightly, like barely touching with this black. I tapped the black in one time, like that's how much black I'm using. Very, very light. I'm mostly just doing this just to sharpen it up. I don't really want like so much of the color, I just want it to be sharp, okay? And that's starting to look like how it should look. Yeah, that's looking good. I just bounce around a lot until it is what I want it to look like. So going back to that suede color and really blending above, you know, all the work that we've done. Don't be afraid if you're somebody, I know not everybody wants dramatic makeup, but if you're somebody who wants kind of like a dramatic look, don't be afraid to really do what I'm doing and like bring the color out, bring the color up, all of that kind of stuff. If you are concerned, just kind of gradually add the colors the way that I am, and you should be totally fine. Most things really can be fixed, so. Okay, so just like I always do, I am going to kind of take that same brush again and just take that gray, put it along my lower lash line. I pretty much always do this with this kind of look. And kind of smoke it out along the bottom. And I will take this fluffy brush and just kind of run that over it. I'm gonna go in just with this black in this palette and just kind of see if it, I mean, I think they're both similar, but, and you could do so many things with this. I haven't done this yet, but especially around like Christmas time, be really fun if you put like sparkles on like the center part over that really light concealer part. That could be really fun. There's a lot of things you could do. You could do it with different colors. You could do it with like more fall tones. I would love to do that. I'm using a fall tone lipstick today though. But there's so many things that you can do. It's just endless opportunity. So I'm gonna go do my brows, and I'm gonna pop some lashes on probably before I come back, and we'll do the lips. This is what it's looking like so far though. Okay, so I'm gonna put my lipstick on while I'm waiting for the lashes to dry. If they look crusty, it's because of foundation, not because they're crusty. But anyway, this lipstick, I love it. I wear it every fall. It is one of my favorites ever. It's called Hutch from ColourPop. It's so good. But I'm actually going to take it, make sure a lot of it's off the little wand because it is pigmented. Like look at this. Like, it's dark without even trying. So I'm going to go around like a liner. It's such a pretty color. And it can be built to be darker or whatever. I like to put it on my top lip like that and then go in and shape it out. I love this color. It just like screams fall to me. So there we go. That's the lip color. In some pictures it can look like pretty much black, but it does have like that like burgundy tone. It's so, I love it. Really pretty. So I cut these lashes down to make them a lot shorter. I don't always do this. Usually actually I wear the full strip. But for these, and I want to make sure this is in the things and reposition you. For these, I actually cut them down. I'm using a little applier. I also don't usually do that, so I just have been the past couple of times. I think with the shorter ones, maybe it's easier to grasp them like that because I've cut them about, I don't know, I've cut a good amount of them off. The other day, I think I actually cut more off. Because you can do that. I mean, if your lashes are too long, you can cut them down. Or if you're just like, you just don't like a full strip. Maybe if you feel like your eyes are smaller or something like that. You can cut like halfway and just use that. So it's really good little hack to do. Generally, I usually trim them up. That way they don't go like, you know, if they're really long or something. Because I only like to put them where my lashes grow. Because I feel like they stick on better that way. But you can totally, you know, just kind of do whatever you want with that. So I just kind of use this little tool. If I use it, generally I don't, but if I use this, I just use it to apply it. And then I stick it on with my fingers. Because I just kind of use it to sit it there where I want it to be. Kind of right in the middle. Okay. I put some liner on too, but I'm going to put a little bit more on. And the liner that I'm using is this NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Liner. Now I'm going to do something with my hair. Okay, so this is the final look. I have these little buns going on, but I want to show you guys the makeup look. Kind of up close and personal. I love this lip color. Again, this is Hutch from ColourPop. Such a pretty color, and I don't know, I just really love it. So this is the makeup look. You could do it with any colors, anything you wanted to do. I just really, really, really like it. And I really feel like this is my fall vibe. I really need to put some earrings in though. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Yeah, make sure that you subscribe while you're here, like this video, share it, and I'll see you guys later. Remember, you are incredible. Jesus loves you. We'll see you next time. Bye.